Most people lose the battle before they even get out of bed. The alarm goes off, and the mind is already racing. Worries from yesterday, fears about today, a flood of notifications pulling you in every direction. By the time your feet touch the floor, you've already surrendered your mind to chaos, and you do this every single morning. You wake up reactive instead of intentional. You hand the first moments of your day, the most powerful moments, to your phone, to your anxiety, to the noise. But what if there was a different way? What if the first hour of your day could forge something inside you that nothing, no person, no setback, no crisis, could break? 2,000 years ago, a group of men discovered exactly this. They were emperors, slaves, senators, and exiles. They lived in a world far more brutal than ours. And yet, they woke every morning with a stillness most modern people will never know. Marcus Aurelius ran the largest empire in human history and still rose before dawn to write in his private journal. Seneca survived exile, persecution, and a death sentence, and began each morning with the same unwavering ritual. Epictetus was born a slave, had his leg broken by his master, and taught that the morning was where freedom truly begins. These were not morning routines, these were mental weapons, forged through discipline, tested by catastrophe, perfected over centuries, and today, you're going to learn the exact habits that built their iron minds. If your mornings feel like a battle you keep losing, stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll have a system that doesn't just change how you start your day, it changes who you become. Habit number 1, wake with purpose, not with your phone. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear. The first thing you look at in the morning programs your mind for the rest of the day. And if that first thing is a screen full of other people's problems, congratulations. You just told your brain that everyone else's agenda matters more than yours. Marcus Aurelius addressed this directly in his Meditations. He wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. What do I have to complain of if I'm going to do what I was born for, the things I was brought into the world to do?" He didn't reach for distractions, he reached for purpose. Before the empire demanded his attention, before the Senate, the wars, the endless decisions, he reminded himself why he existed. Your version of this is simple. Before you touch your phone, before you check a single notification, ask yourself one question. What is the one thing I must do today that would make this day meaningful? Not 10 things, not a list of errands. One thing, the thing that matters, the thing that moves your life forward. Maybe it's a difficult conversation you've been avoiding. Maybe it's 2 hours of focused work on the project that actually matters. Maybe it's simply being fully present with someone you love. Write it down, say it aloud, burn it into your mind. Because the Stoics understood something that neuroscience is only now confirming. The first thoughts of the day create a filter through which everything else passes. Choose those thoughts deliberately, or the world will choose them for you. Think of your mind as a vessel. The first thing you pour into it in the morning fills the shape for the rest of the day. Pour in purpose, and every decision that follows is filtered through that purpose. Pour in distraction, and you'll spend the entire day trying to find a center that was never set. Habit number 2, practice Premeditatio Malorum, the premeditation of adversity. This is where most modern morning routines fail you. They tell you to think positive, visualize success, repeat affirmations. And listen, there's nothing wrong with optimism. But the Stoics knew something deeper. They knew that the man who only prepares for the best is destroyed by the worst. Seneca practiced this every single morning. He wrote, "The wise man anticipates all of life's challenges. Nothing takes him by surprise. He rehearses adversity so that when it arrives, it finds a man already prepared." Here's the practice. Every morning, before the world rushes in, sit with your eyes closed and ask, what is the worst thing that could happen today? Don't flinch, don't soften it. Let your mind go there. Maybe you lose a client, maybe someone you love says something that cuts deep. Maybe your body fails you. Maybe the project you poured months into falls apart. Now ask yourself, and then what would I do? Because here's the revelation: you would survive it. You always do. The catastrophe lives in your imagination with infinite power. But in reality, it's just another problem to solve. This is not pessimism. This is the deepest form of preparation. The soldier who trains for battle is not negative. He is ready. The pilot who rehearses emergencies is not pessimistic. She is professional. And you, rehearsing the hardships of your day before they arrive, are not anxious. You are stoic. When you pre-live adversity every morning, two things happen. First, your anxiety shrinks, because anxiety is just your mind trying to prepare for things it hasn't faced yet. Give it that preparation and watch the anxiety dissolve. And second, your courage grows, because you realize that you are more resilient than any scenario your mind can invent. Habit number 3, practice negative visualization to fuel radical gratitude. This sounds like a contradiction, but the Stoics were brilliant psychologists. Most people try to feel grateful by listing things they have. The Stoics took the opposite approach. They imagined losing everything, so they could truly see what they already possessed. Epictetus taught his students, when you kiss your child goodnight, whisper to yourself, tomorrow you may die. Not to be morbid, but to be present. Every morning, before the day pulls you into its demands, close your eyes and imagine your life stripped bare. Your home gone, your health taken, the people you love vanished. Sit with that emptiness for 30 seconds. Then open your eyes and look at your life. Really look at it, as if you've just gotten it all back. That cup of water, a luxury that billions dream of. That person sleeping next to you, a miracle that could end any day. That body that carried you to this moment, it won't carry you forever. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not indulge in dreams of having what you have not, but reckon up the chief of the blessings you do possess, and then thankfully remember how you would crave them, if they were not yours." This isn't a gratitude journal, this is a gratitude shock. It bypasses the intellectual exercise of listing blessings and drops you straight into the emotional experience of almost losing them. Try this tomorrow morning. Close your eyes for just 30 seconds. Imagine that when you open them, everything you have is gone. Then open your eyes and watch how the world transforms. The mundane becomes miraculous, the ordinary becomes extraordinary, the things you took for granted suddenly glow with meaning. It rewires your brain to appreciate reality instead of constantly reaching for more. And when you start each day from a place of abundance rather than scarcity, everything changes. Your patience grows, your envy dies, your contentment becomes unshakable. Habit number 4, set your inner citadel before the world attacks it. Marcus Aurelius had a phrase for this, the inner citadel. He wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." This wasn't poetry. This was a strategy. Every morning, the world is going to try to get inside your head. Co-workers will test your patience. Social media will stoke your outrage. Traffic will steal your calm. And if you haven't built your walls first, you'll lose every battle. Here's the practice. Each morning, choose your 3 boundaries. First, I will not be disturbed by things outside my control. Say this until you feel it, not as a wish, but as a decision. Second, I will respond with virtue, not reaction. The Stoics believed that between every event and your response, there is a space. That space is your freedom. Train yourself to pause in that space. Third, I will focus only on what I can do, not what might happen. Epictetus said, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." These 3 statements are your armor. When the day throws its worst at you, and it will, you'll meet it not as a victim, but as a fortress. And the beauty of this practice is that it takes less than 2 minutes. 2 minutes to build what most people never have, an unbreakable center. Habit number 5, embrace voluntary discomfort. This one separates the Stoics from every other philosophy. They didn't just think about hardship, they practiced it deliberately. Every morning, Seneca wore rough clothing in winter. He fasted when food was plentiful. He slept on the ground when he had a palace, not because he enjoyed suffering, but because he understood something profound. Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, that you may ask yourself, is this the condition that I feared? Your morning version doesn't require sleeping on stone or fasting for days, but it does require something, a cold shower, even 30 seconds, a workout before your body wants to move, sitting with silence instead of reaching for noise, choosing the hard thing when the easy thing is right there. Why does this work? Because comfort is the enemy of growth, and your mind knows this. Every time you choose comfort in the morning, your brain registers a message. We avoid difficulty, we retreat from challenge, and that message echoes through your entire day. But when you choose discomfort voluntarily, the message changes. We do hard things, we don't run. And suddenly, the traffic doesn't bother you. The rude email doesn't ruin your day. The unexpected problem doesn't break you, because you already proved to yourself, before the sun was fully up, that you can handle hard. Seneca understood that luxury weakens the soul the same way it weakens the body. A muscle that is never tested atrophies. A mind that is never challenged crumbles at the first sign of resistance. But a mind that voluntarily enters discomfort every morning becomes something extraordinary. It becomes anti-fragile. It doesn't just survive hardship, it grows stronger because of it. Habit number 6, read the wisdom of the dead. Marcus Aurelius read philosophy every morning. So did Seneca, so did Epictetus. This wasn't casual reading, this was mental conditioning. They fed their minds the way athletes feed their bodies, with precision, with intention, with discipline. And here's the thing most people miss. They read self-help books looking for tactics. The Stoics read philosophy looking for transformation. The difference is everything. A tactic changes what you do. A philosophy changes who you are. Your morning practice is this. 10 minutes, that's all. Not scrolling articles, not skimming headlines. Deep, slow reading of a single passage from Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, or any writer who has tested their ideas against the full weight of human suffering. Read one passage, then sit with it. Don't rush to the next page. Ask yourself, how does this apply to what I'm facing right now? Let the words sink into the architecture of your thinking. Seneca said, we should enjoy our friends every day because we don't know how long we have them. One sentence, read in the morning, and suddenly every conversation you have that day carries more weight, more presence, more love. This is the compounding effect of morning reading. Each day, one passage. Over weeks, those passages accumulate into something powerful. They become the voice in your head when life gets hard. When you face a crisis, you don't hear your anxiety. You hear Marcus Aurelius. You hear Seneca. You hear the collected wisdom of men who faced far worse than you and found peace within it. Habit number 7, the final habit, and the one that holds all the others together. Amor Fati, love your fate. This is the most radical idea the Stoics ever conceived. It's not about accepting what happens to you, it's about loving it, all of it. The failures, the losses, the mornings that feel impossible, the days that break you. Loving them because they are making you. Marcus Aurelius wrote it plainly. Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, and do so with all your heart. Every morning, before you step into the unknown of a new day, say this to yourself: whatever comes today, I will not merely endure it, I will use it, I will grow from it, I will find the lesson that is hidden inside it. This is not toxic positivity. This is not pretending that pain doesn't exist. This is the warrior's creed. It's looking at the full reality of your life, including the parts that terrify you, and saying, this too is mine, and I will make something from it. When you practice Amor Fati every morning, you become something rare. You become someone who cannot be defeated by circumstances because you have decided in advance that every circumstance serves you. Think about what that means. The job you lost. It was the push you needed to find your real path, the relationship that ended. It taught you what love actually requires. The failure that humiliated you? It burned away your ego and left something stronger in its place. Nietzsche, who was deeply influenced by the Stoics, called this the ultimate formula for human greatness, not to wish for things to be different, but to will that everything, including the suffering, happens exactly as it does, because every moment, every struggle, every loss is forging the person you are becoming. These 7 habits are not just routines, they are a transformation. And the Stoics didn't practice them because they had easy lives. They practiced them because life was brutal, and they refused to be broken by it. Wake with purpose, rehearse adversity, practice radical gratitude, build your inner citadel, choose discomfort, read the ancients, love your fate. Do this for 1 week, and you'll feel the difference. Do this for 1 month, and others will notice. Do this for 1 year, and you will be unrecognizable. Not because you changed who you are, but because you finally became who you were always meant to be. The iron mind is not born, it is built. Every morning, 1 habit at a time, 1 decision at a time, 1 moment of chosen discipline at a time. And here is the secret that the Stoics discovered, that modern culture still hasn't understood. You don't need more money, you don't need more time, you don't need the perfect circumstances. You need a better morning, because the morning is the foundation, and everything you build on a weak foundation eventually collapses. Start tomorrow. No. Start today. Right now, decide what your morning will look like. Write it down. Set the alarm 20 minutes earlier. And when that alarm goes off, don't reach for your phone. Reach for your journal. Reach for your discipline. Reach for the person you know you can become. The Stoics built empires with these habits. You can build an iron mind, and it starts with how you greet the dawn. If this video awakened something in you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want to go deeper into Stoic philosophy, watch this video next. This is the infinite mind, and you were meant to find this.